Yo, what's good? It's your boy Bike with another video. Today we are going to be reviewing Hipaint in 2024. So since I last reviewed Hipaint, they released, I want to say, about 2 to 3 upgrades. So I decided to do another review on Hipaint. So let's get right into it. So the first thing we're going to start off with is the price. So like many of the art applications nowadays, they have gone to a subscription type service deal. So monthly is going to be 99 cents. Annually is going to be $10 or $9.99. But then the good thing about how they're doing it, how Hipaint is doing it, is that they are allowing you to actually purchase a lot of the things that you get in the subscription plan just outright. And so let's go over a few of those things. So when we look at the pricing structure, let's go to advanced features on this thing. And so, like I said before, it is free to use. Clicked off of that. It is free to use, but they do have subscription plans. And then you can remove the ads. As you can see, the ad is, there's one like little block ad down here, as you can see, and you can remove the ads for $1.99. And this is a one-time payment. I keep clicking off of that. This is a one-time payment to remove the ads, which is $1.99. So another feature is the tiling feature. It says here you can use tiling to create beautiful tiling effects on the current layer, which can be used for cartoon wallpapers, pattern designs, painting backgrounds, etc., etc. You get the picture. It's basically, the tiling tool by itself is 99 cents. 99 cents for the tiling tool. And then you get advanced text features. And I'm guessing it says supports importing and switching fonts, adjusting text, and text layer editing functions. It looks like opacity, line spacing, and word spacing. And they're charging $1.99, so $2 for that. And then you can export MP4s. When you create animations, you can export your animation work in MP4 format, and you could do that for 99 cents. And then you also have more selection functions. And so this is just the selection tool, like the magic wand lasso, but the magic wand tool is included in the regular version. So let's see what this one is. The new selection pen and deform selection functions make your, okay, we know what it does. All selection functions can be used after unlocking. So they don't actually tell us which ones are unlocked. They have one that is highlighted, but nevertheless, it is 99 cents to do that. So the pricing, and then also if we go to a couple of these brushes and you'll go to click on one of these brushes, they have ad right by them. This yellow ad right by them. So basically I can unlock this brush if I watch a 60-second ad or a minute ad, however long the ad is. I can unlock this brush, and then you also can unlock a lot of the features just by watching a few ads. So it says right here, after watching the advertisement, you will have full rights as a subscriber within 2 hours, and all product functions will be available, including removing advertisements, unlocking all brushes, exporting animations, using text, etc. So that's excellent. That's excellent. I could just watch a few ads and then unlock that feature within 2 hours. Now, how often you can actually use this, I'm not quite sure. Whether you can, watch an ad, unlock it for 2 hours. If you're still on there, you can go right back and add and watch another ad and then unlock it again. I don't know, maybe that's how it works. But yeah, this is a plus. This is a plus for the pricing. The pricing, I'm gonna have to rate it like a 5 stars because you have the subscription plan, right? I know some of y'all not in agreement with subscription plans. I'm not really either, but they do have the subscription plans, but then they also give you the option to actually buy a lot of those functions within the subscription plan outright. And then if you don't even want to do that, you could just watch the ads. You feel what I'm saying? So the pricing is going to be a 5 stars. 5 stars on pricing. Now, next up, we're going to look at the brushes. So Hipaint claims to have 90 plus brushes, and within those 90 plus brushes, all of them are customizable, meaning you could change the opacity, the tilt, the shape of it, the shape of the head, the spacing of it, and everything else like that. So let's take a look at the brushes. We'll just go up to basic, right? And these are the brushes that they have. Go to primary color, and I'll go to basic, and then I'll also kind of preview a couple of these brushes. And it has nice respond time with my pressure. Looks like it's reading my pressure very, very nicely. Look at that. All right, let's clear that layer. Let's go on to the primary. And this right here looks like stamps. And if we go into the properties, you have the preview, the flow of it, spacing, max size, minimum size. Then you go down to the shape. We can flip the X and Y axis. See that? Use primary color softness, so we can soften it up. I have that hard edge, roundness. We can change the roundness so we can change it to a more oval-like. We also angle it like that. And then we can add texture if we want to. See all of that? We can add texture. So let's say we want to add this type of texture to it. So we add that type of texture to it. And I know some of y'all don't know, but I'm a sucker for like anything that looks like space. It's gonna have these random dots in there. So I kind of like it like that. Then we go to dual brushes. Then we have the pressure curve. It looks like I can't, okay. Then we have the dynamics angle. We can change the angle of it, the size, the flow, spacing. All right, so let's see what we got. It's kind of like an egg-like kind of shape with like specks and stuff in there. So you can customize your brushes, of course, design your own brushes, but let's go back to sketching. You have your 2H pencil, things like that. And as y'all can see, I'm gonna speed up a little bit. There is enough selection of brushes to, you know, create a different type of look if that's what you're looking for. They have a nice selection. I'll say that. A nice little selection of brushes. And as you see before, you see that little ad, you can unlock it with ads. So with Hipaint brushes, you can only use Hipaint brushes for Hipaint. Like you can't import Photoshop brushes onto this or Clip Studio Paint brushes onto this. It's only Hipaint, but they do have a wide, they have a, I wouldn't say wide, but they have a nice selection of brushes that you can go through and you can use. So for the brush portion, and then plus you can create your own brushes. I'm gonna give the brushes 3 out of 5 stars. 3 out of 5 stars, because they have enough. There's enough here. Clearly, there's enough here to create, you know, kind of whatever you want to create. It's not an overly abundant amount of brushes, but you can add to them, and yeah, there's enough. Next up, we're gonna look at the performance of the brush. And so right now, as you can see, I picked the ink sub tool of brushes because I specifically want to talk about this. And this is something that I found out actually drawing. But if you look at this, just look how it looks. Fountain pen. Now right there, you look at those two and it kind of looks the same. What's the difference? The difference is this is round, This is more, it tapers off. You look at this one, okay? So we'll just look at these three. I'm not gonna watch that ad right now. The problem with the ink brush that I found is that they kind of look the same. It's like if you take these three, they kind of look the same. The only difference between the two or the three is that this one has a round end, this one has a tapered end, and this one, the opacity is played with a little bit. But I mean, really, that's the only difference. It kind of looks like the same brush, and that's kind of the thing with this. I don't particularly like. But as far as that, the feel of it, the parallax, is it reading my brush strokes properly, the pressure, everything is on point. It's on point. It's not lagging. Look at there. It's not lagging. So everything else is on point when it comes down to brush performance. Now, I will say this. Let's go in here, clear that layer. And so let's do this, and then let's do this. I will say the only thing is, in the past, I criticized Hipaint for not having a proper blending brush. Now, they had an update, and they updated it. And so they added a blur tool. They only had the smudge tool at first, but then they added a blur tool. So now you can kind of play around with the smudge tool combined with the blur tool to kind of make a makeshift blending apparatus, as you will. So I'll just do this. This is the smudge tool, and this is like the finger tool. And then I'll just take the blur tool, which looks like a teardrop. Drop that size down, which is a teardrop, and then I'll kind of go over it like that. Then let me hit it like this so y'all can kind of see the blending. Let me zoom in. As y'all can see, that blends pretty well. That blends pretty well. You have to use a combination of the two, but it does the job. It does the job. So as far as brush performance, I'm gonna have to give this like a 3.5 stars. I'm gonna have to give it. And I'm taking away some points just because the ink brush and a lot of the other brushes kind of look the same. Y'all just change some things up. There's not too much dynamic range in between a lot of the different brushes, but the brush engine, it works well. It's very smooth, very responsive when it comes down to the pressure sensitivity. Hardly no visible parallax in it, so it works well. It works well. So that's 3.5 stars. So next up is going to be the layer tool. Now they're saying that you can add up to 100 layers if you want to. If you like the king or queen of layers, you can go up to 100. But that also is dependent upon the type of tablet that you're using, and the specs and the storage and everything else like that. Y'all know what I'm saying. So you can add all of those things, and then here are a few options within the layers, a few tools within the layers, which is copy, merge down, merge all, standard, clear the layer, lock transparency, pixels, delete, reference layer, export PNG, so you can export a specific layer. That's good. Reference, color layer change, so you can simply hit that and change the color layer, layer selection, and then you have your opacity, and then you have your blend modes. Let's say they have like 20 blend modes. I'm not gonna count them. I just can I move this? Okay. I'm not gonna count them, but I'm gonna take their word for it. They have 20 different blend modes. They also have layer groups, so you can organize your layers and things like that, which is good for organizing. So that is a plus. So They don't have masks. They don't have masks, but as I read it off, they have the basics. They have the basics. And so I'm gonna give that like a 3 out of 5 stars on their layer system. Now, next up, we're gonna talk about the tools. So the tools, features, and things like that. So they have symmetry. Okay, what's that one? Okay, the symmetry tool, as y'all can see, and you can move, all of that. All right, let's go back up. You got auxiliary lines, which are the grid lines. That's good. All right, grid lines. Of course, you have the text. I'm not finna watch an ad. Tilting tool. Okay. And so this, okay, this is the tilting tool they're talking about. You see that? This is the tilting tool they're talking about. Just, that's interesting. I mean, I don't. Oh, no, that's the tiling. My bad. Tiling tool. That's not the tilting tool. That's the tiling tool. Then you got the 3D. Okay, so they got 3. Okay. They got the penny. They got the penny loafers. Okay. They got the high top penny loafers. Okay. That's dope. Let's see what else they got. Okay, they only got like 5 3D items. Okay. It's something, Then you got your shapes. Of course, you got your straight lines. Okay, what happened? I don't understand where my paper went. I don't know where it went. Okay, my paper disappeared. So let's add another piece of paper, I guess. Okay, this has never happened before. So there has to be a way to reset to center. I understand I may have pressed something or something like that, but is there any way to reset this thing to center? Just reset it to center. But in the meantime, we got the reference photos. So we pop our reference right there. Also add grid lines to the reference and things like that. So let me jump back out of here. Of course, now we have an ad. All right, this is what you got to deal with. We got an ad right here. Let's see if I click on the X. Okay, there we go. So let's click back into that. Okay, and so there it goes right there. Now, whether it moved, it was a glitch. I don't know. And that was actually my first time this actually happened. But anyway, you have the paint bucket tool, of course. Let's see, what is this? Okay, these are the transform tools. As you can see, you can distort it. So this is not quite liquefy or mesh transformation or perspective, but you can distort it a little bit. Some magic wand tool, lasso, pony line, rectangle, eclipse, selection pen. Okay, the selection pen is one of those premium features. Cancel. Layer. Okay, so we can select within a layer. That's a premium feature. Okay, so we have that. Of course, you have the smudge tool, and then you have the blur tool, and then we have, actually I don't know what that tool is. So let's do this. It looks like is it another smudge? Let's change the color. Okay, hold on just a second. This looks like a blending brush. It's blue, but it kind of mixes in with it. This probably can be used as a blending brush. Hold on. We may have discovered something. Hold on. So let's clear this layer. I'm trying to get something. Clear this layer. Let's get like this. Now, let's see. So let's take this and let's go airbrush. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Scratch that. Yeah, scratch that. I don't know what that is. So anyway, those are the tools. The tools I'm gonna give a 3. I'm gonna give it 3. 3 out of 5 stars for the tools. Okay, so next up is going to be the UI, the user interface. So when you look at this application, it is very, very clean cut and dry. It invites you in to draw without the clutter of these different windows over here, windows over there, you know, color wheels over here. You know, a lot of applications, they have all of these different things going on, and it confuses you. Hipaint does a good job of keeping it simple. And of course, they kind of mirror themselves after Procreate, which is very simple. It saves space, right? You have your brush size over here and your opacity over here. You have this shortcut wheel that pops up right here. You can do that. You can set custom things that you want to do, right? Different colors or whatever. And that is set to the button, I want to say. Hold it. No, that's not set to the button. Okay. And then you have the toggle, so you can toggle everything to cut it back on. And that's it. That's it. The one thing I would like to see with the UI is a more customizable UI. So if I wanted to move this, because I don't like this over here. I should be able to take this and move this over here. Say my layers. Usually your layers, you're gonna be fiddling with them the most. Some like them hidden or whatever, but I would like to have the option to just have my layers out, you know. Have my layers out. That's, you know, less things I have to actually go and click into. Just have my layers out. I would like to have the ability to have my layer out. So for UI, and then also the ad down here, which is, it's a minimum ad. I'll give them that. It's a minimum ad, but it's an ad nevertheless. And when I was drawing, I clicked into that ad a few times, and I'm drawing, and then all of a sudden, pow, like mesothelioma, you know, comes up. I'm just giving y'all an example. Just ads just pop up. You know what I'm saying? As I'm drawing and I'm trying to click on it, you make a mistake. You don't click on the X right away, and then the X, and then it takes you to another website. I did this several times. It takes you to the ad website or the Play Store to download this app. So with the ads and with me not being able to customize it and everything else like that, I'm gonna give it a 3.5. I'm gonna give it a 3.5. Right? I would like to have the ability to customize it. So I'm gonna give this UI a 3.5. Now, next up is gonna be saving. So when it comes up to saving, what formats can I save my actual drawings into? Hipaint only has 2. That's the Hipaint version of the file format. I don't know what it's actually called. I'm just calling it Hipaint file. And then you have PNG. Those are the only 2, right? And the disadvantage of that is, say, you know, I know a lot of people have like workflows where they're drawing on here, but then this other software has another feature that they truly like and they want to add in to the actual drawing. A lot of people draw here, start drawing here, but then end up drawing on the computer or in Photoshop, in Clip Studio Paint, in Krita, Corel Painter, or whatever. With this, you have to flatten all your layers because it's just PNG. You can't export with all your layers intact. So that's the only thing. The saving is a bit limited. They may later, give us an upgrade to change that, but as of right now, saving is limited. So I'm gonna have to give it a 2 out of 5 stars for saving. Next up is gonna be app stability. App stability. How stable is this application? And as far as that glitch that y'all saw, that the paper just disappeared, that was really the only glitch that I found on here. That doesn't happen often. So as far as stability, I haven't had any crashes or anything else like that using Hipaint. So it's the application is very stable, very smooth. It doesn't run laggy or anything else like that. So, and I don't have this S8 Ultra that I have is not the high end with the all of the RAM and things like that. It's your base model S8 Ultra. So I would say the app stability is good. So as far as stability goes, I'm gonna give it a 4 star. 4 stars for stability. So overall, as far as Hipaint, where's my drum roll? Drum roll, please. I'm gonna be giving Hipaint a 3 out of 5 stars, right? And that's decent. It's a decent application. It's free. You know, it has the option to pay into it if you want to unlock some of the premium features. Also, you can just watch ads and unlock the features for 2 hours. The brushes are there, customizable brushes, different tools. The UI is clean and things like that. I think the theme for Hipaint is serviceable. It's serviceable, right? It's you can make wonderful art there. Nothing really stands out about Hipaint. But it's like your I would say mid-tier drawing app. So 3 out of 5 stars. But if anybody uses Hipaint, let me know down in the comments below what's some of your favorite features. But anyway, hope you got some type of value out of this video today. If you did, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and as always, I'll holler at y'all next time. Believe that.